This month's TV 47 Star Student of the Month from Pinecrest Elementary School. Well, good morning and welcome in to Daybreak. No, that's not me being a ventriloquist. That's our Star Student of the Month. I'm Jim Green, folks, and no, Jimmy Dale hadn't suddenly gotten handsomer. I just came in to sub a little bit for Jim, and he had something he had to do this morning, and maybe go vote. I don't know. But I'm here, and we'll take her all the way to 7 o'clock this morning here on Daybreak. And we do have our Star Student of the Month in here with us. She is from Pinecrest School. She is 8 years old and in the third grade out at Pinecrest. And her name is Janiyah Wilson. Janiyah is the daughter of Nikki and Teray Wilson. How are you, Janiyah?
Good.
You're an awful bright young lady. You came in this morning, got in here and got set up, and were ready to go a long time before we were ready to go. What are you guys doing in the third grade? It's been so long since I was in the third grade. I don't even. Does the third grade still come between the second grade and the fourth grade? It doesn't? Well, okay. What are you doing in there? Who's your teacher?
Miss Griffith.
Is she any good? She is. What does she teach you?
Reading.
Reading. That's a good thing to know. What's your favorite thing to read?
Marva the Red Post.
The what?
Marva the Red Post.
Okay. You read anything else? Have you ever read Tolstoy's War and Peace? You had never read that.
No, sir.
Oh, okay. Probably not. I don't think I've ever read it either. I think, well, never mind. I was going to talk about these little books we used to have. I understand that you're very responsible, although you're a little on the shy side. I would have never guessed that you were shy. Why are you shy? You know, I was kind of shy when I was. You see what happens to you. You get old and you're not shy anymore. So what's your favorite thing to do at school?
Math.
Math? I hated that stuff. Why do you like math so much?
I'm really good at it.
Huh?
I'm really good at it.
You're good at it. Okay. Now, what kind of math are y'all doing in the third grade? Subtraction, addition, division?
Multiplication and division.
Multiplication and division. I don't think we did that till about the fifth grade when I was in school. Of course, that was back in the dark ages. You know, I had to walk to school in the snow 10 miles and barefooted. And no, I didn't. It really wasn't like that. But that's what my parents always told me. So I thought I'd just perpetuate the lie a little bit. So, what do you want to do when you finished at Pinecrest? Now you're going to go. What are you going to go to middle school? Then you'll go over to what is that? Nichols Lawson. You'll go to next, and then you'll go to. I guess you're going to go to Sylacauga High School. And then after that, you got college plans already? No? You hadn't thought about college, huh? Well, you know, we got some good colleges in the state of Alabama. There's one down about 75 miles down the road that way that's not very good, but there's one about 100 miles over on the west side of the state that's real good. You know which colleges I'm talking. Are you an Auburn fan or an Alabama fan?
Alabama.
Oh, good for you. Roll Tide. Good for you. Well, at least we won't have to worry about you going to the wrong school. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
A sister.
A sister. How old is she?
5.
5. Is she a real pain in the neck? Yeah. Little sister's good. Does she follow you everywhere you go? And
not all the time.
Not all the time, but some of the time, huh? Okay. Got a boyfriend?
No.
No. Boy, that was a quick answer. Good for you. Too young to have a boyfriend. You need to do a lot of math and a lot of reading and do all kind of school stuff before you worry about getting a boyfriend. Have you thought about what you want to do when you grow up?
Yes.
What do you want to do?
Be a teacher.
Be a teacher. That's a good thing to be. You know, teachers are. My mother was a teacher. My mother taught the 5th grade for about 40 years. 40, that's a long time.
Yeah.
That's not quite as long as I've been around, but that's a long time. And she loved it. That's what she wanted to do. And you know, My mother taught the last time, let's see, about 40 years ago was the last time my mother taught school. And I still bump into her students, and they still tell me what a good teacher she was. So you see that's kind of a neat thing, that you have an effect on people like Ms. Griffith does. She's going to have an effect on your life. You really like her, don't you? Are you just saying that because she's sitting across the room? No, okay. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing to be a teacher. I think that's one of the best aspirations. One of the best things that someone could want to be is a teacher, because you really have the opportunity to affect a lot of lives and make people better citizens, make people learn about the things that they need to learn about. Let's see what this thing says here. It says that you like to play basketball, and of course we talked about it. You like to swim too as well. Where do you go swimming? You go swimming here at the pool in Sylacauga?
At my cousin's house.
Has he got a pool? All right. So you go to your cousin's house to go swimming. What do you want to swim on the swim team or anything like that, or you just like being in the water?
Just like being in the water.
Yeah, I did too. I didn't want to be on the swim team. I like diving off the diving board, but that was about it. I didn't like. And so have you thought about what you want to teach when you become a teacher? Okay. What do you want to teach? Reading. Now, see, that's one of the best things in the world. When I was a little boy, do you have a library card yet? You do. Do you go down to the library much? Mama, you get this girl to the library and let her check out a stack of books if she wants to, because that's one of the best things you can do. They'll let you borrow those books, and you can keep them for 2 weeks, and then if you haven't finished reading them yet, you can check them out again for another 2 weeks. That's a pretty neat deal, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And they got all those books, and you don't have to buy them. Do you like having books? Do you like having your own books? Yeah, I do too. Books are like old friends. I'll read them over. If they're good, I'll read them over and over and over again. Well, that's wonderful. That is a wonderful, wonderful thing. So this summer, I know it seems like summer's a million years away. What you going to do this summer? You got any special plans for summer? Nothing yet. Oh, you do have some plans. What you going to do? Find a boyfriend? No. Well, I can't get her to cooperate with me. She just is not going to get a boyfriend. Who you grinning at over there? You grinning at Mama? Mama's sitting in here with us over in the studio. So, you got up real early this morning. Do you usually get up this early, or you don't? I don't like getting up. I do this once a week, and I don't like it much. And I didn't know I was going to have to be on TV as long as I'm going to have to be on TV this morning either. Okay, you're going to finish the 3rd grade this year, and who are the teachers in the 4th grade? Do you know who they are yet? Have you?
Miss Shaw, Miss Tucker.
Okay, have you? Do you know whether they're any good or not?
They are.
They are, okay. Yeah, you better say that. They might be watching this morning, and you better say that. You better say they're good, because they like everybody to think. Teachers are just like the rest of us. They want to be thought of. They want to do the best job they can do, and they want to be thought of as having done a good job. And there's nothing wrong in the world with that, is there? Folks, our guest is Janiyah Wilson. She is our star student of the month from Pinecrest Elementary. She is, it says here that she is afraid of cats and dogs, and she feels frustrated when not doing her best. Why are you afraid of cats and dogs? Just something, you just don't like cats and dogs, or what?
I just don't like cats and dogs.
Okay. Well, cats and dogs are pretty good things, you know.
You need to
get, yeah, they are. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are. Yeah. I've got a cute little old cat at home. I had one I had for 13 years, but he went to cat heaven this summer, and so I had another one just show up. I like them. I like cats and dogs. They're great. They make great companions. But now, tell me this. It says you get frustrated when you feel like you're not doing your best. Is that do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
Bad thing.
I think it's a good thing, because that means you're going to be an achiever in life. Because the things that we do that make us feel good, those are the things we want to do. And if achieving stuff makes you feel good, you're going to do all right. You're going to be just fine in life. You're a bright young lady, and we're just tickled to death to have you in here with us this morning on our Star Student of the Month. Janiyah Wilson is our guest this morning, and her parents, as we said, are Nikki and DeRay Wilson. She's 8 years old. She's in the 3rd grade. Laurie Griffith is in, and it says Allison Gardeno. I know Allison. I've known Allison since the dark ages, whenever those were. Now, is Laurie, this must be Laurie with you this morning. Is this Laurie? Are you in relation to our coach at Sylacauga High School? By marriage, maybe? Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's good. Isn't it funny how teachers marry teachers? Why in the world would they want to do that? Can you imagine? All they do is sit around the house and talk about lesson plans and stuff. That doesn't sound like much fun. Y'all got any children? Ms. Griffith? 2? Okay,
3.
well, 3. Well, this light's kind of...
Natalie, Green, and Gray.
That's a good girl. Butter her up. I just saw that B go to an A, just right there. That's great. That's great. Well, do you really like Pinecrest School? You know, I remember when Pinecrest was built. That's how old I am. I am just old as the hills. Matter of fact, I think there's a few hills that I'm older than. But I remember when Pinecrest School was built. That's a nice school now that they've done some more work on it, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it sure is. Well, Janiyah, thank you very much. You are a bright young lady, and you're going to go far in life. And I certainly hope you'll come back and see us one of these days and tell us how good life is going, and that you're not frustrated because you're always doing your best. Okay. All right, folks. That's our Star Student of the month from Pinecrest Elementary, Janiyah Wilson. Thank y'all for joining us, and thank you, Janiyah, for being with us. We'll be back with Eating Out right after we do this.
This Star Student of the Month was brought to you by TV 47. Tune in to Daybreak weekdays at 6:30 a.m. for your Star Student of the Month.